It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to this edition of 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the New Orleans Pelicans up against the Denver Nuggets at Pepsi Center. For the Nuggets, this is their first time playing this squad so far this season. Last year, they had a winning record against them, going 2-1. And tonight, two offenses that like to score in the post. Shaq, defensively, how do you counteract that?
Two types of denying. Deny the position and deny the entry pass.
Yes.
Sounds like you're in a state of denial.
I deny everything you just said.
Is it just me? I thought that was funny.
But you know what the other thing you could do, Shaq? If you pressure the passer, what it does is then it allows the defender to have more time to get around on the defensive and provide.
You're lucky I didn't guard you in your career.
Oh, I would have went right by you.
You're lucky.
I would have hoped you pressured me.
Let's go to Kevin Harlan. It's time for the tips.
Everyone is in their seats here at the Pepsi Center as the Nuggets look to grab a win here in downtown Denver, Colorado. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. For the Denver Nuggets, they come in off that loss to the Lakers at the Staples Center. And that does your confidence guys no favor. They got manhandled in that one. It wasn't pretty.
Yeah, and in a hostile environment, they did not rise to the occasion, especially on the defensive side.
Yeah, there was no shine on that effort. Really lackluster. Their D was nowhere to be found.
And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Well, thanks very much. Now, after the Nuggets added Nikola Jokic to the starting lineup, they finished the 16-17 season as the best offensive team in basketball. Now, last year we saw some regression, but this is still a young team that's learning how to play together and trying to climb the ladder of a very competitive Western Conference. Kevin?
A team on the rise, DA. We'll see. And early in the season, many coaches, Clark, still experimenting with rotations. Who plays when and where, and how long has it been in your experience to have that established on a team?
Well, it varies from team to team. There are a number of factors. One, the coach, has he been there a while? Does he have an established style of play and system? Two, what's your roster like? How healthy are you? What's the mix and makeup of your team? So it could vary, but typically you'd like to have it not prolong itself into the regular season. You hope that a few weeks of training camp, and then by the time you get a month of the season under your belt, that you're pretty anchored into who you are and how you're going to try to play.
Good outline. Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. Holiday and Moore, the guards. Anthony Davis is out there with Julius Randle, and it's Miller in at the small forward. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession. Now here's Moore. Davis kicks to Holiday. Kick out to Moore. Pass to Miller. Davis with it. Barton defending. Just 5 to shoot. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Miller, no luck. And it's Millsap with the ball for the Denver Nuggets. Barton passes to Millsap. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Great D that time from Davis. Down low. And there's Randle on the assist from Moore.
Though he lacks elite explosiveness, Randle uses his strong body to protect the ball and avoid block shots inside.
Jokic, no good.
You know, the defense knew how to play at that time, liked how they made their presence felt without committing the foul.
Millsap with the steal. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
You know, Millsap has tremendous speed for a guy of his size, and he's able to force the issue and get to the basket. You know, you look at Paul Millsap, very versatile. mean, he's thought of as a 4-man, but he can play the 3. He can also be a small ball 5, so I would call him like a 3.75, which gives you a lot of flexibility if you're coaching him.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Millsap. And talking about Millsap, he didn't start out this versatile. He worked on his game. We saw it year after year, and he's made it happen.
Yeah, he was a bit of a lump of clay who had great rebounding skills. Now he's kind of chiseled himself off into a terrific all-around player. Ball handling, shoots the 3, excellent footwork, passes better. That's why it took him so long to play in his first All-Star game, but when he got to that first one, he actually got to a couple more, too.
And Moore kicks to Holiday. Davis with it. He's picked up by Millsap. Back to Holiday. Over Harris. No good. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. It's Barton on the wing. Over Miller. The rebound by Holiday.
That's the 3rd straight miss to start this game, and they're still looking for their first basket.
And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That is his first foul of the game. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Holiday.
Boy, the determination on defense is pretty impressive for Murray. Really doing his best to pester the shooters.
Barton passes to Murray. Jokic against Randall. Barton in the corner. Shot clock at 5. From the wing. Nope, not that time. Nothing for 2 from the field.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They right now are searching for a bucket.
Trying to get open is Davis. Shots good by Miller. Miller's got his first points of the night.
That's just too easy. I mean, you can't let him post you like that.
Yeah, where's your fight? You got to show more fight than that.
Murray kicks to Jokic. Back to Murray. Jokic, great positioning on the putback.
How about that persistence there? Jokic refusing to give up on the glass.
And so Holiday will bring it up for New Orleans. Randall outside. Moore with the bucket.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Hits it from 3-point range.
Nice looking outside stroke by Harris. Give him room to pull the trigger, and he'll light you up from there.
And Holiday kicks to Moore. Holiday against Millsap. Poked loose. The pass to Miller. Lets the 3 fly. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. And Barton throws it down.
Surveying the floor, Gary Harris recognizes when his teammates have open looks and gets it to him.
Passes it to Davis. Over Millsap. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Denver in the lead. Their offense has been great here.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance.
And the call will be against Julius Randle. That's his first foul. Murray with it, and it's Miller picking him up. Launches it. Kept alive. Here's Jokic. That one's a miss. His 3rd shot of the game. He's made 1 of them. Outside, Davis. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock.
And the soft jump shot there of Davis. You got to respect his perimeter game.
Murray kicks to Millsap. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Inside. That's good from Harris on the assist by Jokic. Harris has got 5 now.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
Davis against Millsap. Back to Holiday. He tries for 3, and the Pelicans get it back, and it's slammed in by Davis.
Man, this thing is just going back and forth tonight.
Yeah, it's been a seesaw battle. Right now, I mean, as soon as one team grabs the lead, the other grabs it right back.
Barton, no luck.
He's been terrible. Absolutely awful. I mean, can't get it going. His shot isn't there right now. He's got to help him some other ways.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets.
And when you take a look at that shot chart, the amount of misses lately, really unbelievable.
Yeah, a lot of blanks there. Can't hit a thing. Has to be deflating.
New Orleans making a switch here. Payton's checked in. Millsap kicks to Harris. Pass to Murray. Now Jokic. Over Randall. The Nuggets with another miss.
Boy, the defense had gone to sleep, so you got to knock that one down.
And the Denver Nuggets, you look at their improvement last year, Clark, especially on their home court.
Yeah, you know, they owned the NBA's 4th best home record last season, Kevin. Went 31-10, and, you know, some of it obviously is the altitude, but also when you've got younger players, they play better at home because they're not quite emotionally mature enough to be consistent on the road yet.
Here's Harris, following the basket by Anthony Davis. Millsap finds Jokic. Murray outside. Goes up on the high post. Nice jump shot. Good. Murray's got his first bucket of the night.
Tell you what, if Murray's on your team, you got to feel comfortable when he's working the pick and roll. His shooting, speed, and passing all make him hard to guard.
Now here is Miller. He had 10 points in the win against Utah. Takes a shot at the elbow. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Here's Harris. It's deflected. Payton with the ball. No points in the game yet for him. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Jokic. And Elfrid Payton, over his 4 seasons, developing one of the most distinctive hairstyles in the league.
You know, and I remember seeing some footage where his hair seemed to block his vision on a shot attempt. For a player who had struggled shooting the ball, many question whether a trim might be in order. We'll see.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Okafor is checked in for Julius Randle. Mirotic comes in for Anthony Davis. Solomon Hill is checked in for Darius Miller. And Ian Clark subbed in for Moore. That's good from Payton. We know star power is critical, Clark, but when you look at the great bench players, what distinguishes them in your estimation?
A couple of things, Kevin, when you talk about outstanding role players. One is not only do they accept their role, they embrace it. They thrive in it. They really relish it. It could be impacting the game defensively or impacting it with energy and offensive rebound. Sometimes it's a designated scorer who comes off the bench to just inject offense. Lou Williams as a 6th man.
Sure.
Vinnie Johnson when he was with the Pistons. I mean, there are a number of guys. John Havlicek, his great Hall of Fame career was pretty much started as a 6th man. So Kevin McHale and so forth. You can go down the list, but they impact the outcome with some aspect or aspects of their game, which is awesome to see.
Here's Okafor after the Nuggets pick up 2. Payton can't get it to go.
I can't explain what happened there, Kevin. I mean, he had the layup. Looked like it was a simple play. Somehow the defense threw him off just enough to cause a miss.
Denver with the ball. 4-point game. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Thomas goes in. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And Isaiah Thomas will always line up at point guard, Clark, but it's a far cry to call him a traditional point guard.
Yeah, I would say that would be the case, Kevin. I agree with you. I mean, he is more score-centric than pass-centric. And that's fine. In this day and age, a lot of point guards are that way. He's an excellent passer, but when he has the ball, he's first looking to score it. He passes off his scoring ability. That's not always the easiest approach to integrate into an offense, but I'd rather have him than not in most cases.
That free throw good from Thomas.
And it's been a tough past season and a half for Isaiah Thomas. Traded from Boston to Cleveland and then once again traded to the Lakers. Rare to see a guy get traded twice in a season following an MVP caliber performance like he had back in 2017.
Both free throws good from Isaiah Thomas. And it takes a certain team for Thomas to fit in with well. Wasn't the case, though, with the Cavs.
Yeah, Thomas is a point guard, not a pass guard. He's a guy that's going to look to score more than anything else. And it didn't quite work with the Cavs, but you put him in an up-tempo offense, that young man can flourish. Still young enough and is with a team more suited, I think, for his skills now. I bet he has a big bounce-back year.
Okafor gets the bucket.
Boy, never giving up on the glass and getting an easy bucket as a result. Persistence paying off for Okafor.
It's Beasley on the wing, covered by Mirotic. Wiles kicks to Plumlee. Thomas surveying the D. Shot clock at 6. Shot's good by Wiles. Wiles got his first points of the game.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Payton passes to Hill. Dishes to Mirotic. And it's sent back by Plumlee. Here's Hernan Gomez. And it's all evened up. Hernan Gomez has got his second bucket tonight. Here's Payton. We've got 1:55 left in the first quarter. Rebound by the Nuggets. Beasley kicks to Thomas. Drills the three-pointer. Thomas got 5 points so far.
You know, this guy can beat you off the dribble. He can beat you off the catch. IT's just a hard guy to defend.
Payton finds Mirotic. Hill left side. Back to Mirotic. They need this. Good work there as it goes. Mirotic has got his first 2 points of the night.
You know, not necessarily what you're looking for, but still able to convert.
Beasley outside. Over Clark. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. And the Nuggets lead by 3.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Now, here is Mirotic. He had 15 points last outing. It's Beasley on the wing. Here's Hernan Gomez. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Thomas. Got it. Good job in the low post. And it's a 7-point Nugget lead.
Well, I like seeing Thomas attack the lane. I mean, he's a superb penetrator and finds a lot of ways to score at the rim.
Pass to Mirotic. Back to Payton from deep. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in.
Hey, he's probably never going to be known as a stopper out there, but he does make the effort, which you've got to give him credit for that.
And so it's Denver, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. Right back after this break. And being a smaller player is a challenge, but Isaiah Thomas always confident attacking the lane.
I just go in there. I've been doing it since I was a little boy. Like, I've always been the smallest guy out there, but when I get on the court, I feel like I don't see any height. So when I go in there in the paint, I expect myself to score or make a play for somebody else. And then, I mean, other people go crazy about it. I feel like it's normal.
Thomas brings that fearlessness, Greg. He's always played with a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, and he's got a deep bag of tricks for finishing around bigger players. It's really something to watch.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
I mean, what's interesting for me, first quarter, they're already getting points from their reserves.
Yeah, and that bench, boy, has been really good. Provided a nice spark so far.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Pelicans. They've got Elfrid Payton. Solomon Hill is out there with Mirotic. Then there's Ian Clark. And it's Okafor in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Payton. He's coming off a 16-point game against Utah.
But it didn't deter him from attacking defensively. His pressure was terrific. He also got 3 steals in that game.
Now here's Beasley. Following the miss by Nikola Mirotic. Thomas kicks to Beasley. From outside the arc. Keeps it alive. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Miles got the first basket of the second quarter for the Nuggets.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebound. And unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill.
Outstanding vision by Payton. He loves finding open teammates.
And here is Thomas, following the 3 from Nikola Mirotic. And Elfrid Payton with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Drew Holiday, he's checked in for the Pelicans. And we've played just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Beasley against Holiday. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Clark, we know you were a great athlete. Would you have enjoyed playing at the pace we're seeing in today's NBA style?
I hope I could have played in today's game. Again, I was not an uber athletic guy, athletic enough to get things done on the court, was a skilled basketball player more than a great athlete. So the athleticism of today might have challenged me a bit. But I still think I could have played and been effective in today's game.
I agree. No good on the free throw. And he sinks the second. Pelicans trail by 7. To the middle. Here's Hill. A beautiful reverse layup.
The D was all over him. They just couldn't react in time to stop that quick reverse.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played.
He hit 1 3 in the first, but the well has been totally dry for him in the second.
He kicks to Holiday. It's Okafor atop the key. Payton against Thomas. Knocked away. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Floats it up for Beasley, and it's Beasley finishing it off.
And, you know, there you see the instincts of IT. Sensing when his man is broken free and then getting the ball there on time.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. Now here is Mirotic. He's got 5. Count it.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
I think he's got to be more aggressive, stronger, getting through those screens. Can't allow shooters that kind of space to pull the trigger.
Beasley against Holiday. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And let's see what Denver has coming up. On Wednesday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Chicago against the Bulls. And then on Thursday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And for their matchup with the Celtics, you know they want to come out and make a big statement in that one. It won't be easy, but anything can happen.
The first free throw is good.
Having now been a head coach for 5 full years, 2 years with the Kings, 3 with the Nuggets, Malone's had his fill of inexperienced rosters and has done a reasonably good job with them.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Jokic has checked in for Plumlee. Millsap comes in for Trey Lyles. Harris has checked in for Hernan Gomez. And Murray's subbed in for Isaiah Thomas. He doesn't get the second one. And it's great to see how Malone's been able to develop these young players.
Yeah, it sure is, because I think the players have a lot of respect for him. They play hard for him, certainly, and they see he's willing to make adjustments. I think he does a nice job adapting his style to his personnel.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well, some have nicknamed center Nikola Jokic the Joker, and he does have a lighthearted approach. He said, "This is not a job. I'm enjoying the game like a game of pickup basketball in my hometown. That's the mentality. No pressure. It's just a game." He feels that staying calm helps him succeed. Kevin?
Thanks, D.A.
Well, he was the 6th pick in the draft not too long ago, Jamal Murray, and started slowly, which can happen for a lot of young guys. Shooting percentages were down, turnovers up, but everybody knew he could still shoot.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And Clark discussing Murray. This is a guy with truly deep range.
Yeah, in the gym range, Kevin, and his shooting motion stays consistent no matter where he shoots the ball from. I think his best trait, shooting the ball, is one that every team craves.
Will Barton, he's checked in for Beasley. And so Murray nails both of them.
Solid trip from the line right there. Knocked him down, and it was easy.
Moore passes to Holiday. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety. You know, these second-round picks that sometimes emerge as outstanding players, Will Barton, a case in point. As a matter of fact, he can give you the handbook for being an outstanding second-round pick because he's really pretty good at just about everything you need to do on the basketball court.
2 shots.
And the first one drops. And talking about Barton, you look at the body type, the game that he plays, Clark, well built for the modern era of pro basketball.
Yeah, especially since he's added some strength, Kevin. He can guard 1 through 3. You can't push him around as much as you once could. And, of course, this guy does not lack for confidence.
He hits both from the stripe.
You know, one of the things that's fun to watch, guys, is the evolution of a player. And Barton has really evolved into a solid player. Even though he was a second-round pick, he's come a long way.
Now here is Holiday. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Utah. Randall finds Holiday. Holiday against Murray. Comes up empty down low. Pelicans trail by 6. To the middle, Millsap with the steal. Barton outside. To the left wing. Deep two from Murray. The good-looking shot from the wing. Murray's got 4 this quarter. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Denver.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnover.
Last game in New Orleans, they picked up the win against Utah.
And this is why scouting is so important. You've got to be able to identify those role players who can complement what your team does.
And you know what, Greg? Every team has guys that play different roles. As a matter of fact, most players in the league are role players. It's a matter of understanding your role and doing it well, because role players are just as important as the stars.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans.
And, you know, for Nikola Jokic, I mean, the team is relying on him more and more now, and he's earned that kind of trust, and expectations are big every night. One thing he's got to get better at, though, is not getting down on himself when he makes mistakes. He's got to stay positive.
All right, a chance here to take a look at the numbers for Moore. How he did last season. Last season, put up about 12 points per game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
Better than expected. He still has a ways to go, but I like what I'm seeing right now.
Took him no time at all on that one. Barton's got 6.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, it's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Now here is Holiday. Miller outside. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. Barton surveying the floor. In the corner, it's Harris. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And slam dunk by Harris.
Harris is a terrific athlete, and once he gets room to take off, he soars towards the hoop.
Pelicans trail by 16. Outside Holiday. Kicks to Davis. Over Millsap. Davis with the bucket. Davis has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Now here's Murray. 32 points for him last game against the Lakers. Fires top of the key. Will not go. This is off the front iron.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Nugget lead is cut down now to just 12 on the basket from Moore. To the wing right side. Murray outside, and there's the pass to Harris. Millsap kicks to Murray. His three-pointers off the mark. Pelicans trail by 12. Now Davis. A 20-point game for him in the win against Utah.
And equally impressive on the backboards. I thought his rebounding was huge.
That one drops for him.
And, you know, got to admire the patience inside from Davis. Outstanding at staying under control, taking his time, and burying the quality shot.
Now here's Millsap. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
And his rebounding was solid in that effort as well. He did a lot of work on the glass. All around, just his effort level was off the charts.
And here's Holiday after Jamal Murray was able to get that triple. Moore against Murray. Randall dishes to Moore. Davis kicks to Holiday. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Harris. Goes up. And slam dunk by Harris.
Terrific instincts on defense. Harris has a good nose for the ball and when to go after steals.
And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
You know, Gary Harris coming into the league, I think a lot of people thought he'd just be a Velcro guy. He's a smaller guard who plays with intelligence and great effort, but he's a lot more than that, folks. This guy has a lot of game.
Some changes for New Orleans. Ian Clark comes in for Ejuan Moore, and it's Payton in for Drew Holiday. Millsap with the steal. And here's Harris from the arc. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. And that's 12 points for Gary Harris. And talking about Harris, that huge contract extension he signed, it really shows how valued a player he is.
Yeah, he's a two-way guy, Kevin. I mean, he's improved every year. He's got the fundamental foundational skills that I think will lead to a very long career. He's accountable, he's humble, he's a low-maintenance guy.
Shot clock at 3. Fouled beyond the arc, and he almost hit the shot. He'll go to the line for 3.
Well, you've got to be careful defending Payton because he's extremely crafty at getting into his defender's body.
For New Orleans, they have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line. That free throw missing.
The reason Payton has a promising future in this league is because he's a stat sheet stuffer. He does it all.
For the Nuggets, Lyles checked in for Millsap. Hernan Gomez comes in for Barton. And Thomas subbed in for Murray. And New Orleans also making a change. Hill's checked in. He hits the second from the line. And he nails the third. Denver leading by 16. Harris passes to Lyles. Now, here is Hernan Gomez. He's guarded by Davis. And now, the fast break. Hill with the ball. And it's Hill with the jam.
Well, I like that he shows no hesitation there.
Well, that's as easy as it gets, quite honestly. Riding solo and coasting all the way to the rack. No simpler than that.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. The Nuggets making a switch here. Plumlee's checked in. And New Orleans also making a change. Okafor is checked in for Randall.
One shot.
On the free throw, no good.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Yeah, I like everything you said there, because when all else fails, if you can get to the stripe, that's really a good way to change the momentum in the game, because you get points and you also slow down the opponent because the game isn't going up and down as much.
Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession. Let's use this break for a quick look at the squads that really made it happen on the fast break last season. In third, the Pelicans.
I mean, this is such a tough team to deal with. You see the numbers. They would just push the ball at every opportunity.
Okafor up top. He's guarded by Plumlee. Payton outside. Here's Okafor. And again, New Orleans has no luck. The Nuggets leading by 14. Here's Thomas. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Thomas got 9.
And that short area quickness really helps Thomas get his shot from mid-range.
Clark kicks to Payton. A minute 42 left in the first half of basketball. On the wing, Hill. 5 to shoot. Tries a 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Hill's got 7 points here in this quarter.
After going scoreless in the first, he's really found a way to turn it on here in the second quarter.
Thomas passes to Lyles. Over Davis. Lyles no good. Pelicans trail by 13. Right at the free throw line. Clark finds Hill. New Orleans moving the ball around. Here's Payton. Basket counts. He has 7.
When it comes to scoring the ball inside, Payton's a master at it. I mean, the defense can contest him all they want down there, but he still finds ways to bury it right in their face.
Passes it to Harris. There's the triple. Hill pulls it in. New Orleans has gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. 29 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Here's Clark, and it's New Orleans scoring again. 24 seconds left in the first half of the game. Payton against Thomas. Harris, right side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Shot's good by Lyles. And so it's Denver. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Alvin Gentry. Coach, they had control in the first half. How were they able to do that?
Well, we turned the ball over, and our transition defense wasn't very good. We got to do a better job of executing, and we got to do a better job of just taking the shots that are available to us.
One thing at a time, get you back in. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks. Welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal at 2K Sports. Let's talk first half. Gary Harris playing terrific basketball in this one. He had 12 points and 1 steal. Shaq, let's get your take on Denver.
Well, you can see the work Gary Harris has put into his game. First one in the gym, last one out. He's developed his strength, his shooting, his handles. All of that has helped his confidence.
Kenny, let's get your opinion on New Orleans.
I look at the lack of free throw attempts as a key indicator. Because the funny thing about getting to the charity stripe, you have to earn it. You have to put your body in harm's way and be physically willing to take the hit. Right now, one team's playing aggressively and the other team isn't. That's the big difference in the score.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go over there.
Welcome back to Denver, everyone. Traffic coming in and out of downtown Denver on this lovely night in the Rockies. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at Anthony Davis in this game, he's been everywhere.
And I'll tell you, his work on the blocks in that first half, really impressive.
Yeah, he squatted on that paint area and owned it, perfectly using his size and that soft touch inside. That's a heck of a combination, strength, size, and soft touch. Nice.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Nuggets. They led by as many as 18 points. Inside, it's the talented pair of Millsap and Jokic. Harris and Barton, the two wings. And it's Murray in at point guard. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Clock at 4. And here's Harris from the arc. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris.
And now let's take a moment to check out the stats for Murray. Good season for him last year. Put up about 16 points a game, 3 assists and 3 rebounds. And he's very steady with that second unit, running the offense and getting them into their sets.
Right. I mean, your backup point guard simply has to hold the fort, maintain the status quo, share the basketball, and minimize mistakes.
Here's Harris. That one's not going to go. And New Orleans will come the other way. Jokic against Randall. Pass to Holiday. Miller outside. Back to Holiday. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. A moment to check out who the New Orleans Pelicans have coming up. They'll take on Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors. Then on Thursday, they'll go up against C.J. McCollum and the Portland Trail Blazers.
You know, it might sound cliche, but a road trip like this one is a great time for this team to build chemistry on and off the court. Chemistry absolutely matters in the NBA, and these are the kinds of opportunities teams need to build it.
Wheeling and dealing in the pick and roll. Murray, an encouraging sign of him improving as a passer.
And with the playmaking in Denver's front court, point guard Jamal Murray is free to hunt his shot. Very comfortable playing off the ball.
Now Bart following Drew Holiday's three-point attempt. A nice shot by Harris.
Boy, he's dangerous right now. He feels like he's making every shot he puts up.
Pelicans trail by 15. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. To the paint, here's Moore. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Moore's got 6.
Consistency all game long. He's going to continue, I think, to have to take it over to get them back in the game.
Jokic kicks to Murray. Pass to Harris. Randall brings the double team. Here's Jokic. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. That's now 8 points for Jokic.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
The pass to Murray. And a miss there on the triple. Pelicans trail by 15. Randall surveying the D. There's the dish to Moore. He kicks it to Holiday. Clock at 6. The feed to Davis. And it's sent back by Millsap.
Pretty cool to see Millsap turn shots back. I mean, he's a mobile, athletic big man who is taking pride in his defensive work.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Exactly. Can't play it any better than that, Greg.
Passes to Holiday. At the elbow, Randall. Inside, Millsap with the steal. Moore with the bucket.
And that's almost automatic anytime he can get the ball in that position.
The Nuggets leading by 13. Harris passes to Millsap. Got a piece of it. Kicks it to Barton. 6 on the shot clock. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And how about the numbers here for Drew Holiday? Great showing for him last season. 16th in assists. And he was also among the top 20 in steals. That ability is more unique than folks realize. Very valuable defensively.
And really a good season for him distributing the basketball. Whether it was the drive and dish, pick and roll, fast break, he was money all year long. And he knocks down the first one. Malik Beasley, he's checked in for Gary Harris. And New Orleans also making a change. Mirotic is checked in for Miller. Both free throws good from Barton. Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. Clark, fast break fundamentals, center the ball, run two wings on each side, have another guy set up from outside, last guy trailing. We don't see that much convention.
No, we don't, Kevin, and I'm chuckling because I know it grinds the gears of a lot of basketball purists, mine included. I really don't like to see guys fan out to the three when the layup is readily available. It's part and parcel of how it's played now, but I think there's a balance. I think you should still be running for layups and use the three in transition, maybe in a delayed fashion versus the primary break fashion.
You see a lot of turnovers, too, a lot of missed opportunities on the break these days.
Yeah, great point, Kevin. You're right. Guys trying to get that ball out to the three instead of taking the easy layup opportunity. Agree with you 100% there.
Now here's Barton, following the miss by Anthony Davis. Murray surveying the D. For three, Beasley. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got his 5th assist in this one.
You know, an area worthy of further development for Murray is keeping his teammates involved.
Now here is Holiday. Pass to Davis. Basket number 8 for him on 13 tries. That's 62% so far.
And, you know, it's obvious he's a talented scorer. I mean, that's a given. A guy you can depend on to get it done in a lot of ways.
Murray, no good.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Outside Holiday. And the layup's good off the glass.
Not much the defense can do once he gets to the bucket.
The Nuggets leading by 14. Barton the bounce pass. Here's Jokic. Pelicans pull it in.
And that's really just not heads-up basketball. Don't try a fadeaway when nobody's guarding you.
And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him. And that sends Anthony Davis to the free throw line. It's going to go on Will Barton. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Nuggets?
You know, with their fast break operating so efficiently, I mean, you can see why they've gone with it throughout the game.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've gotten out in transition.
Thomas checked in for Denver. And that one falls for Anthony Davis.
And with everything that Anthony Davis does on offense, it's just mind-boggling. His scoring inside and out, the percentages, he does it all. He is undoubtedly one of the best big men in the league, and many would argue he is the best in the NBA.
Now more after Isaiah Thomas missed from long range. And Holiday kicks to Randall. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Randall's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Denver calls timeout. And with Anthony Davis, the stat lines, Greg, he can post on any given night are just absurd.
Really, Davis still strong defensively, but he really impacts every facet of the game. One of the rare players who can carry a team on both ends of the floor. There just aren't many great players that can lead a team to a championship, but I think Davis is of that mold.
Juan Hernangomez, he's checked in for Malik Beasley. Peyton, he's checked in for the Pelicans. And a chance to now check out the scoring distribution between the front court and the back court players tonight for the Nuggets.
And it's been guard play, which really has shouldered the burden offensively here. They'd like a bit more production from the front court, but in the meantime, this backcourt has kept them in the game.
First one falls for him.
You know, the thing about Thomas you like and admire, he's an excellent leader. His winning mentality is contagious, and he typically lays it on the line every time he's on the court.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Lyles checked in. And both free throws good for Thomas.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime. Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
They needed a run desperately, and boy, did they come up big.
And you know, it wasn't just about getting hot offensively. Defensively, they've been stellar as well.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
And here is Payton. 7 points in the game. The shot missing. Murray against Holiday. Murray outside. And it's Murray with the jam.
Love how creative Murray is with the ball. Just dribbling through defenders like he's out there by himself.
Thomas against Payton. Pass to Davis. And the foul on Jamal Murray. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Nuggets making a change here. Plumlee's checked in. New Orleans also making some changes. Okafor's checked in for Julius Randle. And it's Solomon Hill in for Anthony Davis. Outside Holiday. Payton looking around. Shot clock at 6. Good D by Thomas.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Three-pointer. The shot, no good. And New Orleans will go the other way with it. Holiday against Murray. Holiday left side. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
Well, Greg, Anthony Davis with so much talent, it's easy to take Drew Holiday for granted.
I mean, I think Holiday is the catalyst in terms of this team's ability to create and really put pressure on an offense. It has improved his scoring and become a very efficient option at that guard spot. Has always been selective with his shots, but now is pressing a bit more to get involved, and more aggression from him, I think, has helped his production.
Now here's Murray. He's got 11. And stolen by Mirotic. Right through the D for the layup. Mirotic has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Pelicans. Thomas finds Plumlee. The pass to Barton. The tray. And that's collected by Drew Holiday. Here's New Orleans. They're on a 16-7 run. Mirotic. That shot off. Barton with some nice D. And Thomas has it in the corner. Passes it to Lyles. Murray kicks to Lyles. Denver passing it around. Just 5 on the clock. 13 feet away. And he knocks down the jumper. 16 points for Isaiah Thomas.
Boy, that quick release of Thomas helps him tremendously, especially when he's defended like that.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. Nice game. Great performance by Isaiah Thomas.
I think that's a critical timeout too, Kevin. I mean, they need to find a way to slow him down, shut him down, because he's tearing them apart right now.
Let's take this chance to see which of last season's teams had the most second chance points in the league. The Nuggets third.
That's an effort stat for me. I mean, it shows you how hard this team works in the paint. They continue to pound the backboard.
Down low. Here's Payton. Great D that time from Thomas.
Now, that's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Textbook defense all around. Nice job at contesting the shot without fouling, and that's how you do it. Well done.
Now here is Hill, following the miss by Jamal Murray. Barton against Hill. It's stolen by Lyles. Thomas with the ball. He's got 16. Murray for 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Murray's got 5 points in the quarter.
And he had 1 in the first as well. He can be dangerous. Keep an eye on him.
Payton against Thomas. Payton kicks to Holiday. The 3. Denver grabs the miss. Lyles got 6 rebounds here tonight. Wide open look here for Murray. That's good. And it's Thomas picking up the assist. Thomas got 3 assists now in this one. And here's Payton. He'll bring it up for New Orleans. Pass to Okafor. Mirotić into the lane. And finished off by Mirotić.
Well, I tell you, when Okafor sees a wide-open teammate, he really zips the ball over to set him up for a clean look at the bucket.
To the inside. It's tipped. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here.
All right, a chance to look at some stats for Barton. He had a strong showing last season. He put up about 15 points a game last season, 5 rebounds, then 4 assists. And he brings that offensive firepower to the team. Scoring just comes naturally.
And, you know, defenses are throwing everything at him, yet he's still able to put up points. He's really unstoppable.
Yeah, that's just poor decision-making. He's got to be better in those situations.
Greg, I just think he was in a hurry. He flat out rushed it. I mean, I don't know what he was thinking there. He actually was in a brain-neutral position.
Now here's Payton. Isaiah Thomas unable to get his last shot to go. Just 4 to shoot. Shoots over Lyles. They get it back. Payton outside. Hill passes to Payton. Shoots over Lyles. Misses off the left iron. Martin left side. And Okafor with the block.
You've got to be cautious when Okafor's in the area. I mean, he's a giant. Not only is he big, but he's long. And that helps him block shots because of his good timing, too.
What a performance by Jamal Murray. He has been the story for Denver. He ends up dropping in 2 from distance, making a difference from long range in this one. Back right after this. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Pelicans trail by 15. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. 4th quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. So for New Orleans right now, Payton and Holiday are together in the backcourt. Mirotić is out there with Darius Miller. And it's Okafor in at the 5, roaming the paint.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's fallen here since.
Payton with the ball. Thomas is there. Mirotić has a wide open look. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Payton's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. The Nuggets leading by 12. Thomas kicks to Harris. Up and in on the layup.
So hard to guard Harris on the drive. He does a nice job of warding off the defense.
New Orleans gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th. Holiday finds Mirotić. Barton against Miller. From the wing. Plumlee with the rebound. Denver shooting at 51%. Really solid. Martin passes to Harris. Hits the three-point bomb. Harris has got 19 points.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first three of the half, there might be more in store.
Payton kicks to Miller. Outside Mirotic. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Martin inside the line, and it's Denver scoring again. Pelicans trailed by 19. Payton outside. Pass to Mirotic. They can't stop the run with that one.
No excuses, no explanations. I mean, got to sink that J from mid-range. Defense wasn't even paying attention to him. Come on, man.
Now here is Harris. Here is Plumlee. Shot clock at 6. A floater. Okafor grabs the miss. Okafor's got 6 rebounds in the game. Mirotic into the lane. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And last season, a bit of a breakout from Mirotic. Saw a huge jump in his production and shot a career best from the floor. Across the board, he was a completely changed player despite what was a turbulent season.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And with Mirotic, Greg, as you alluded, his year last year had a lot of ups and downs.
You know, he missed a good stretch of the season with that broken jaw from the fight he had with a teammate, and then the trade demands to get out of Chicago shortly after coming back. And despite all this, his defense and rebounding were dramatically improved and really a key contributor on offense.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Yeah, you know what? And I think they've just got to keep on keeping on. Keep drawing contact, attacking, getting to the line. That will certainly give them a chance to get back into the game.
Chalk up 2 there.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations, Greg, have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
Now here is Holiday. He dishes it to Moore. Martin with the rebound. Martin's got 4 rebounds now tonight. He feeds it to Thomas. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Thomas got 11 in the second half.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Holiday looking for an opening. Clark, it always seems the coaches get fired a lot, and there's kind of the rotating names there. But the GMs who hire them stay in place. What's your take on that?
Yeah, you know, it's fairly complex, Kevin. I don't know if we have enough time to delve in it effectively here, but my initial feeling is every circumstance is a little different. And sometimes it's a little easier to move the coach than the general manager for whatever reason. But there should be more accountability for GMs, not just for who they draft, but also who they hire as coaches. So I'm mixed, but I kind of understand why sometimes the coach is a little more readily expendable.
To the middle. And it's Barton that time on the assist from Harris. Harris has got 4 assists in the game. New Orleans has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Outside for Davis. Hits it from 3-point range. Davis has got 24 points.
Nice dime drop there from Holiday. Excellent awareness.
The pass to Jokic. And they pick up 2.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Holiday finds Randall. Here's the floater. And he lays it up and in.
There's your bully ball right there. I mean, a lot of folks think that's all Randall is a bully baller. With those big shoulders and that muscular body, he does a nice job putting them to use.
Now, here's Thomas, and the call will be against Julius Randle. That'll be his second foul of the game. Jokic passes to Barton. Passes to Harris. 5 on the clock. From deep. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Davis has got 8 rebounds in this game. Miller kicks to Holiday. Back to Miller. Pass to Randle. Over Jokic. Randle no good.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Yeah, I like the fact, Greg, that he crowded the shooter there, made him uncomfortable, got into his airspace a bit. It looked like he forced the shot.
Now, here's Jokic. Following the miss by Julius Randle, and the call will be against Julius Randle. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Clark, an interesting aspect of the one-and-done controversy. Increasingly, these guys are being asked to take on a big role in the NBA right away.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? I'm all for guys that have the unique ability and opportunity to play pro basketball out of high school or after 1 or 2 years of college. I would love to see college kids hang around for 2 or 3 years, but that's not realistic for the supremely gifted. But it does put pressure on your teams if you're expecting these young guys to come in and impact winning right away. It takes a little time, most cases, for even really highly talented players to become winning NBA players.
Holiday with the block, and it goes out of bounds. That one's off Holiday. Jokic inside. He's defended by Randle, and that one's good. Jokic.
Oh, great production on the interior right now. 8 straight from inside.
Buffalo bully ball right there, partner.
Okay. Getting a little physical. I like that. I like that reference.
Yeah. Thomas kicks to Jokic. Back to Thomas, taken away by Holiday. Randle down low. He's against Jokic, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
You know, Julius Randle is a young power forward, a little undersized for that position, but fairly dependable. Good movement when he gets to the basket, and he knows how to finish inside. Surprised his rookie option wasn't picked up, but he made the best of it in free agency.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And for Randle, a free agent this past summer, it seems he never felt truly wanted by the team that drafted him.
Well, you know, he's dealt with injuries early in his career and a lot of trade rumors, which can affect a young player in a negative way. I think he's still shown solid improvement in his first handful of years in the league. And again, you've got to recall and remember how young some of these guys are. Even when they've been in the league 4, 5, 6 years, some of these guys are like 22, 23 years old. And that's still not enough time for them to fully mature as players.
Now here's Barton. Murray outside. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. Julius Randle picks one up.
Jokic doing a really good job that time, concentrating and maintaining his balance despite being fouled.
One shot.
And Nikola Jokic came late to the game. He actually grew up horse racing. Finally started playing organized hoops at the age of 16. You never know it, though one of the most skilled big men the league has to offer.
Good job putting the pass in front of him, throwing it where he's supposed to be, not where he is, paving the way right to the bucket.
Barton finds Jokic. Denver passing it around. Fade away. That's a basket. His 8th from the field, 8 of 14. And Jokic, Greg, said he was a fat point guard until he got taller.
Well, even now, Kevin, Jokic, not the most chiseled physique, but the point guard background makes sense. His playmaking for a center is off the chart.
And Barton throws it down.
Jokic doing a nice job consistently finding the open man.
And so Holiday will bring it up for New Orleans. He kicks it to Miller. Takes a 3, and another 3 for New Orleans.
And as they're trailing in this game, they're trying to stay in it with the triple. They're shooting a lot more of them than they did in the first half.
Now here's Murray. And Davis sends it back.
Boy, I tell you what, Davis uses his length so well. I mean, a defensive stalwart who holds his ground, and because of his timing and length and athleticism, he's an excellent shot blocker.
2.
At the line for the Pelicans, Julius Randle taking 2 shots.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw.
And, you know, he was a high pick in 2014. Randall played just 14 minutes as a rookie. Broke his tibia. But since then, he's bounced back nicely.
Good on the second free throw. Now Barton. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second personal foul.
And here's Jokic. It's stolen by Davis.
The second half has it gone nearly as well for him. He'd only had 1 before the break in terms of turnovers, but that number's growing as this game progresses.
He is pouring it on in the second half, guys. I mean, a much better showing than he had before the break.
Harris dishes to Millsap. Jokic kicks to Harris. Davis with the double team. It's stolen by Davis. Miller, the pass to Randall. The shot, no good. Good defense by Jokic. The Nuggets leading by 16. Now here is Harris. Murray outside. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And, you know, really, when you look at it, Murray is quite crafty at getting contact on his drives. I like his fearlessness going to the hole.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
Free throw good, Murray.
Yeah, Murray is clearly a shoot-first guy who can really fill it up. This is a big-time bucket getter.
Mirotic is checked in for Anthony Davis. And so Murray nails both of them. Here's Miller. Kicks to Holiday. Pass to Mirotic. Back to Holiday. Randall outside. And Holiday has it in the corner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. 1:57 left in the fourth quarter. Mirotic finds Miller. And here's Moore outside. Rebound by the Nuggets. Millsap's got rebound number 5 here tonight. There's the pass to Harris. Up top, Barton. Back to Harris. Randall brings the double team. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. He gets it in there. And that's 19 points for Jokic.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Nuggets.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And it will be a fight, Greg. When you see an opponent that many times, it's inevitable that those games take on a little extra added meaning for the players.
And a great team effort tonight, helped in large part with contributions, and the nice night it ended up being for Jokic.
Yeah, and he was aggressive rebounding the ball tonight. I think his aggressiveness on the glass helped set the tone.
And the basket by Hill.
And aggressive defense causing the mistake, then cashing in.
Yeah, that's a momentum changer for sure. You got to like the steal and the finish at the other end. That's the thing, paying that steal off with the finish.
So it's Denver now, following the score by New Orleans. Beasley kicks to Barton, dishes it to Murray. Passes it to Plumlee. Beasley right side. Lyles no good. Payton outside. High arcing shot. He lays it in.
And you can tell Payton has put a bunch of work into that floater. Getting it off quickly before the defense can react is the key.
And so it's Denver taking care of business in this one. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Mason, your game has expanded some, and what has that process been like?
You know, you just learn something new every game. You have to study your opponent and see what's going to be open, but some of the constants have to be rebounding, defense, bringing energy, and that's always going to get you a little bit.
Well, you had the whole package tonight, Mason. Thanks. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long, everyone.